right, so we're here with Derek Daniel, who is the design director on the brand new God of War that's coming up April 20th.
20th of April, 2018, yeah.
So, it's been a while since we had since we had the last installment in the series. Yeah. So, what's up?
Sure. You know, we done probably like 6 God of War games in Greek, you know, mythology. You know, the last one being Ascension, which is kind of a prequel. So for this one around, you know, it's kind of a story continuation from God of War 3. But like I said, we've done, you know, 6 stories in Greece, and so the stories that we wanted to tell for Greek mythology, we kind of told. But we weren't done telling the story of Kratos. So, you know, in the beginning of this game, you know, we took a look at where else we could take him. And so Norse mythology, you know, was a perfect fit for us. So, yeah.
I guess a lot of people before the first announcement didn't really expect a new God of War game.
No,
because, as you said, the story with the Greek mythology had been pretty well explored.
Sure.
And now you come here with some brand new gameplay, brand new stuff with all new cinematic experience, long sequence shot and all. What's the drive behind the gameplay changes and the camera changes and so on?
So I think, you know, like I said earlier, like, you know, 6 games, kind of that formula, you know, worked, but it was, you know, getting a little old, a little stale, not only for, you know, people playing the game, but for us making the games as well. So for this time around, you know, like you said, we changed the camera. It's one long shot, there's no camera cuts. You know, we really wanted to explore, you know, making Kratos likable and human again. You know, stop just yelling at the sky, screaming, ah! You know, so you know, force him into a situation where he's forced to become a father. You know, he's not there on day one. Kind of re-explored everything. So,
not to spoil the story, but actually, he's traveling with his son.
Yes.
I get a feeling that this character, the son, Atreus, is really the humanity of Kratos that's incarnated.
It's you know, starting the project, you know, I had recently become a father. Corey himself had recently become a father, and you know, we kept joking, you know, our kids know how to be better at being a kid than we do know how to being a father. And so we really wanted to explore that kind of concept of, you know, do as I say, not as I do. And so, you know, even when you see in the beginning, you know, there's kind of the big fight, you know, and Atreus kind of looks at him like, what are you doing? You know, is this how you are? And so, you know, kind of Atreus gets to be the viewer of, you know, not only his dad, but also, you know, the viewer for the player as well. And
it's pretty fun that in the very beginning of the game, we see that scene at the end of the first boss fight, where that kid gets all ragey and all on the corpse of the boss. And you have a bit of the impression that Kratos looks at himself and the past self, and it's kind of a dichotomy compared to the last installment. Well, you know, we're used to Kratos being the badass and god killer and all, and here he kind of looks at himself, and what does he say to himself? So
I mean, I think, you know, in the previous games, like you said, you know, Kratos kind of like the god killer, like violence was his first answer to everything, you know, and now he's kind of, even ourselves as you know, the creators, like, you know, we're kind of like in our 20s making, you know, those first games, you know, and we're now kind of in our late 30s, early 40s. So, you know, we're older, we're wiser, you know, and that was something that we really wanted to impart on Kratos himself. So, you know, when he sees, you know, his own reflection when Atreus doing the same thing, he's like, wow, like, you know, this has been the wrong answer the entire time. I need to reevaluate everything. So
And is it only a reflection of the character about the character, or is it also a reflection of the game designers about the past games?
It's a little bit of everything. It's hard to spend, you know, 4.5, 5 years making a game and not have it be personal. You know, like there's always going to be a part of you in the game, no matter what.
Clearly. So we're not alone here. We're quite a few journalists, and we're all getting to try the game and ask you some questions. And I bet most of the questions get are the same, or more or less.
Okay. Yeah.
So what's the question no one here has asked you yet, and you would have wanted us to?
Oh, I don't know. This is my third day. So I think for us. It's such a big change and everything, and so I think a lot of people, I don't know about you, but a lot of people have been like, it seems like you're copying other games, or this doesn't feel like my God of War anymore. And so I think what I hope people take away is, it may be different, but it still feels like God of War. So yeah.
Yeah, but I'm in quite a different position because I've viewed a lot of stuff about God of War.
Right.
I've seen a lot of friends play it, but I never played the first installments myself.
Right, yeah.
So I know what everyone knows about the games. I've done my research too. But it's great for me to see that. You still keep the badass element because I think it's needed with a character like Kratos. But you managed to go further than what everyone was expecting, I guess.
I think so.
And that's the interesting part for me.
We've been playtesting the game, making sure it's fun and bug free. And I remember one of the first playtesters, she said, even in my wildest dreams, if I would have changed the game, I would not have done what you guys have done. And so I feel like a lot of people are going to be pleasantly surprised when they play the game for the first time.
Okay, well, let's hope so. And it's coming soon.
20th of April.
20th of April. Well, Derek, thank you.
Okay, well, thank you.
And have a nice end of tour, I guess.
No, I go to Copenhagen tomorrow, and then
Copenhagen.
and then Canada, and then got a few days left.
All right.
Okay. All right.
Thanks a lot.
Okay. Excellent.